Terrence.
Yep.
Frakes.
I am here.
Maho.
Absent.
Oh. Thought she was there. And Jeff.
Why, hello.
We just run into the room and go, ah! Into the mic. Well, while we wait on Mahogany to come back, I've got a controversial opinion that I'd like to share. That's probably might get us a bit of hate.
I heard her.
She's here.
She's here.
Yeah, she made it back. Yay!
But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to die on this hill.
Oh, for God's sake.
A&W has won the root beer war.
I mean, you're wrong. It's Barks, but fuck you.
A&W has 0 sugar root beer, and it is delicious. And it is, they've won. And for my money, A&W root beer all the way.
If it ain't draft sarsaparilla, it's not worth a shit.
No, I'm just talking about their 0 sugar.
If I'm having a root beer, I don't want a fucking 0 sugar root beer.
I made a mistake when I went to vacation. I went on a 3-day trip, and I got regular full sugar sodas. Combining that with booze was a horrible idea, and I was miserable for about a week after.
According to
How's
Doug,
that different from normal?
No, physically miserable.
Okay.
Ill.
Yes, ill. I was hungover for almost a week, but that might just be my age.
So
Sigil.
What?
incidentally, apparently, if you just want to get drunk, drink your mixers with diet soda instead of regular soda.
Or Gatorade.
Yeah. Well, the idea is to not have sugar in it to compete with your digestive absorptive process.
You can get 0 sugar Gatorade, and it's still full of all the electrolytes you need to help carry that Everclear right into your bloodstream minutes before you die.
Cool.
And it'll keep you hydrated for the next day.
Yeah, you won't make it to the next day.
So, speaking of the Lady of Pain,
Fine, we'll play the game. Quote unquote.
God, that's where we are. It's been like what, a month and a half?
I don't fucking know.
It's been a while.
Everything sucks.
Nice pep
Good
talk.
energy.
Yeah.
Good energy.
Real
Yeah.
good pep talk there.
No,
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
so
I've got other
walking down the
inspiring
street-
phrases like "I want to die" and "Make it a double." No, a triple.
So, walking down the street of Sigil,
Walking down the street of Sigil, walking, a brisk walk into the city of doors. When you emerge onto the streets and see the streets rising away from you in almost every direction, you are met with the sudden realization that you are extremely outside here. You are strangers in a way that you've never been before in your life. And you have 55 minutes until your companion dies.
Yeah. I forgot about that whole ticking clock thing that's happening here
Yeah.
with Jim.
So, where's a good brunch location?
hey, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Where's the closest bar? Oh, we just walked out of one. Let me return.
Now refresh me, because it's been a month and a half. We're here because
We wanted to try and get better money for the iron flask with the genie inside of it.
yes.
Is that the only reason that Jeb's gonna fucking die?
Among
money?
No. That's not the only reason. The only reason is because you made a deal with a certain friend way back in the early days.
I didn't make a deal. I crafted a friendship. And that friendship brought me back from death. So you know what? This has all
It
been
was
borrowed
about
time.
to kill you.
I mean, I was already dead before, so you know, if I die again, I was on borrowed time anyway. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and plaster on the Jeb smile, and just take this in the optimistic nature that is Jeb Ankle Shank.
What an idiot.
So we're looking for mechanical hearts.
All right. So I guess since you're new to the area and you're looking for stuff, you're going to need someone to guide you. Make a diplomacy check if you're looking, like asking about.
No.
Okay.
There has to be someone better equipped for that than me.
Same.
I will do something.
I'm assuming it's serious. I have a 0.
I feel like glibness is about to be cast.
Negative one over here.
Someone's screwed.
Yeah, I'm also -1.
Okay, I rolled a 17. So my skill, let's get over there. So 30, 17 plus 16, 33.
All right. Azarius takes a deep breath, disappears into the crowd for about 5 minutes, and emerges with a person that he seems to be chatting pretty amiably with. He introduces them as a local tout that's here to guide you for a moderate fee.
Very moderate.
The person in this case looks to be about like a 13-year-old tiefling. They're carrying a lamp that seems to be part of the uniform for city guides around their belt. And they begin assaulting you in this weird Sigalese patois.
I don't understand that, so I roll initiative and go on the offensive. I only understood the word assault.
I try to use linguistics to translate.
All right, it's imagine rhyming Cockney with a lot more just balls to the wall gibberish thrown.
A 24 on linguistics.
All right.
An Irish boomhauer? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
That is what that sounds like to me. Yes, Irish boomhauer.
A little bit of Cockney.
All right. Once you like suss out what the kid is saying, they're like, I can take anywhere you like, friend, governor.
Prostheses.
Mechanical hearts, please. Or
Mechanical.
limbs.
Right. I know just the place.
And the people who can do the surgery.
Of course.
All in one shop.
He squints his eyes and says, "Oh wow, you are cherries, cherry primes." And his lingo kind of dials back to a more understandable thing. Whew, right.
The hell you just call me?
Primes. The clueless. You know, first time visitors.
Definitely sits motive on everything he does.
All right. He says,
I have a 29 on sense motive.
Okay. No offense, Governor, but I'm going to need my fee up front. He asks for 10 gold for a day for his services for the day.
Jeb will hand it over.
And
Okay.
how long is your day? Exactly, since there is no sun. Give me the exact amount of time.
He says, a work day, 8 hours. Or 12.
And how long
depending on
will
whether or
it
not I
take us?
like you.
How long will it take us to get to said location?
Well, we're going to have to go a couple of districts over, but if we hurry, we can make it in 30 minutes.
Let us hurry then. And Jeb flaps his wings, loosens up. Let's go.
Well, it'd be a lot faster if you could all fly, but let's head out.
I think we can, can't we?
I was gonna say, can't we all fly?
No, I know I can.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can now.
Yeah.
I forgot we leveled.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I cast Overland Flight. And if I remember correctly, I can actually share that if I have to.
this is not necessary.
Yeah, because we all can fly. We all have means.
Well, if it saves me a potion.
Yeah.
Don't you have the broom? Didn't the lady offer you the broom for your use?
Isn't that how she's flying?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you can get on there with me if you want. I'm not handing it over.
Okay. All right. Well, you all managed to get some flight in the air. The clock now reads 45 minutes.
Let us go. And I'll carry the youngster.
Wonderful. The skinny kid with a little pair of goat horns, solid black eyes, and an unnervingly large grin, which you're guessing is probably just both practice and natural.
And oh, by the way, before I actually pick him up to carry him, I've said I should not be missing anything upon my person when I reach said location or after your said services.
Wouldn't
If I
dream of
do,
it,
you
my
might
lord.
be missing something yourself.
Never think it, my lord. Wouldn't dream of it.
You talk like a
Of
thief, so
course.
I'm going to go ahead and warn you.
Yeah.
I've got a reputation to maintain.
Of
And,
course.
Speaking of reputations, what is your name?
Kilgore,
Kilgore. All right. Good to know. Good to know.
I was here.
I'm Jeb.
Wonderful.
Let us go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is in flight.
Yeah, you take to the air. The city is even more maze-like from the air than it is on the ground. On the ground, it looks slightly coherent because there are streets leading off in various directions, but everything is built on top of each other to such a degree that the streets almost disappear under the multi-story walkways and the various decorative elements. You pass over a market that looks just like a blob of colorful cloths from all the stall coverings. The milling bodies moving around just erase most of the features. But the kid seems to know what he's talking about, and he says, "You want to cut left this way? Don't worry about the gravity; it'll adjust for you." And as you fly, you can to the left or right and ahead. You can see that you stay roughly like, what's the word I'm looking for?
The same level.
Adjacent to the ground, wherever the ground would be. Because like I said, the city is built like it's on the inside of like a tire. So there's like a C-shaped city all the way around.
Hmm.
So we maintain our same basic altitude.
Yeah, you maintain your same basic altitude as compared to the ground. And you fly over things, and there's a lot of other flying creatures about. You see some angels, some demons, other creatures like yourself, Jeb, some winged creatures. You see some people on flying mounts. It's not as like crowded as you would think, but people like to get around quickly if they have the means, and they do. Eventually, the kid tugs on your lapel. Zeri says, "Right there, down there."
Proceed that way.
Yeah, we descend.
All right.
Am I feeling any ill effects right now? Or is it still fine until the hour comes?
It's you occasionally find yourself browning out along the way. Like, you occasionally, those around Jeb will see him sort of dip, but it's only very slightly. Like, you feel like you kind of like black out, but it's like more like a long blink to you.
So I'm on the nod.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, it's like driving sleepy.
Incredibly dangerous. Don't do that.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I do it all the time because I work for a living. But anyway, he points down there and says, "Just don't do anything crazy, and it shouldn't be too much of a problem." You land in the streets below. I mean, they call themselves rogue, but they are really, really strict. You land in the streets below, and you find a perfectly square building. No decorations, no windows, nothing. Just a huge cement like structure that is maybe a 5-story square. At the front of it, there is a 5-foot by 5-foot square door. And out in front of it are a number of guards that look like geometric shapes given life and limbs.
Chance to know what they are. By chance, I'm assuming as a player, I'm assuming they're Modrons.
Yeah, as a player, you're correct. But actually, if you have ranks and knowledge planes, I'll just go ahead and tell you, yes. Yeah. You know that the planes of law are, or one of the planes of law are maintained and inhabited by these strange creatures, sort of living, sort of construct, called Modrons, that have a very structured society. If you're not familiar with them, and I'm not sure Mahogany is.
Nope.
If you want to look at, if you want a glimpse into what they kind of look like, go ahead and Google image search Modron, and they're weird looking. They are literally geometric shapes that are sort of biomechanical with limbs and arms with a number of eyes. But did you look them up?
I don't know if that was a yawn or if she saw them and got terrified. That was a strange sound that came through my headphones.
That was the sound of, oh no, the video is playing on my phone when I opened the phone. Oh no.
All right.
I got you. I'll share a screen.
Okay then.
Clockwork Creations, what they kind of remind you of, combined with.
It's Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, well, the most basic of them, do look like Mike Wazowski. They are a sphere with one eye, some limbs. Some of them, they are generally considered a hive mind. However, some of them occasionally escape, get left behind, malfunction, and go rogue. They are rogue Modrons, but that doesn't necessarily make them rogues per se. It just means that they are not really part of the collective any longer. They are still Modrons, however, to the core.
Did we not see these before?
The campaign.
We have not met them in this campaign yet.
Okay.
Out front is a squarish creature, just sort of hovering in place. It's got a pair of stubby wings, and it's just sort of flying there, standing guard out front. And as you land, your tout, Kilgore, comes up to it and says, "Hello, Gup." The creature's eyes look down on it, and then he begins speaking to it in a language that, I don't know. Do you guys
speak all kind of weird languages?
Same. What you got?
There's a language for lawful creatures.
Probably not.
Is it common, goblin, or strix?
No.
All right then.
Undercommon, Sackroth, Ignan, Giant, Elven, Dwarven, Draconic, Common, Aklo, Abyssal, Infernal. Any of those?
No.
Well then.
First speech.
I will save myself some time and cast tongues.
All right. Your tout is talking to the creature. I'm kind of going with I'm sure there's a name for this language, and I'm trying to find it.
Binary.
Well, it does sound a bit hitchy and clicky like that. But you're guessing that's mostly just heavily accented. The thing is, I can first at D&D there was an alignment language for the alignments,
right?
And I guess I think Gygax conceived of it more like Catholic Mass, or Latin Mass, everybody of a certain alignment can probably speak this language as a sort of a catch-all because it's part of their religion. But this creature, however, is speaking the ancient language of the lawful creatures. And the creature listening to it, the Modron, Here's their conversation summed up. Hey, oi, these guys need a mechanical heart. You still got that guy in there that does them Modron transplants? The Modron answers, indeed we do. There is an opening today if you need one. However, the price for such a thing like that has increased exponentially. What do you mean? I'm like, are you going to make me look bad in front of these people? No. It's just that perhaps sometimes we have trouble getting the proper equipment. However, they can take it up with our master inside. Wonderful. Your tout comes over to you and says, yeah, they'll let you in.
Good.
Excellent.
Jeb pulls out his broken pocket watch, looks at it.
Your broken pocket watch says it's 2:45, as always.
All right, 2:45. I got plenty of time. Close it, tuck it in my vest.
You've got 25 minutes.
Let us proceed forward then.
And I thought it was 3:15 when we started this journey, but yeah, all right.
All right. The Modron at the door says, welcome, visitors. He begins eyeing you all. Is anybody here of lawful alignment?
Shit.
Ooh, I don't even know. I haven't thought about my alignment in a while.
No.
No?
No.
All right.
I was worried because I almost went lawful evil, but I'm neutral.
The Modron looks you over and you see on its kind of unreadable face maybe a hint of skepticism as it says, excuse me, I must adjourn to the interior and summon more guards. Do not worry, there will be no attack on you. He
Right
disappears.
back at you, buddy.
Sense motive.
He disappears into the building. Oh, go ahead.
I will also sense motive.
Rolled a 19. So
I only rolled an 8.
31.
All right. You're guessing the creature probably isn't lying, and it might not even know how to.
It's just a precaution.
The creature emerges once more with a strange triangular creature with 3 arms and 3 legs, and an eyeball and a mouth on each face of the pyramid that makes up its main body, and about 2 other spheroid ones. The tetrahedral one, I think, is it tetrahedron for a polygon the tetrahedral one steps forward and says, you'll understand that we take precautions sometimes. While we understand the city here has no, he thinks for a moment, because I'm thinking for a moment, structured legal system, and there is no prohibition for people of tainted moralities and ethics to come into the city. We do like to make sure everything stays nice and orderly within our facility.
Well, if you can provide the what we need, then we're absolutely good to go.
Yeah, no
As I roll
problems
my
here.
31 diplomacy.
All right. Wonderful. What sort of augmentation will you need?
I need a heart.
Heart?
Yeah, mine's about to explode in 30 minutes, 25 minutes,
20.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Tick tock.
The creature squats down. It's rather tall, and one of its faces adjusts to look at you. This face has a monocle over the eye, and it squints. It looks you up and down and says, my, you are in quite a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I didn't know that before I came here, that when I did cross over to this plane that parts of me weren't going to work anymore.
You seem to be ontologically tethered to the plane of your origin. Very rare, very strange, wonderful. Come inside. We have many questions.
I'll answer them to the best of my ability, but I don't know what the hell you just said. But hey, I'll be your friend nonetheless.
He needs a heart. I need a brain. Zarius needs courage, and the lady just needs a way home.
For my little scorpion, too.
Why are you ruining my adventure straight up out the gate? I swear to God.
Follow the yellow brick road.
All right. So the creature ushers Jeb in. The rest of you, the squarish creature says, "Are you staying to support your friend or?"
Absolutely.
Wonderful. If you would follow me this way.
I mean,
And he sort of-
we may need to discuss pricing. I've got a good purse, but you know, I want to make sure that I'm not going to steal your services or, you know, put my friends out if I can't afford the entire amount.
Yes.
Well, actually, let me step in real quick. You
All right.
found that his heart was very interesting. What if we traded his heart for the new heart? And could you give us a discount?
Oh yeah, you can keep that piece of shit. I don't need it anymore.
Don't call it a piece of shit. We're trying. We're trying.
Established trading value.
The triangle creature says, an interesting proposition. However, judging from what you've described, is it will not be in our possession for very long. It seems to be on a disintegratory path.
Could it not be encased in something and saved as a
Curio.
as a curio? Curio. Actually, a perfect example. I mean,
Or
some
a
way to actually
research
prevent it from
material.
exploding in
If
some kind of
you-
container.
If you would avail me a small amount of time, I can check on that.
Well, I mean,
Very
we can do
small
that
amount of time.
Wait here, he says. And you're the four of you are ushered into a very clean, very like polished metal kind of room. There is a table, and you see they've gotten snacks, but like these are creatures that probably don't eat. So
a gentle piping of
the table has things like raw potatoes and an animal in a cage, and
What kind of animal?
and a flint and steel and a small pile of wood.
No, seriously though, what kind of animal?
It looks like sort of a cross between a squirrel and a guinea pig.
Oh, that is
A
just,
squinny pig, if you will.
that is adorable. I want that.
They're testing you.
I'm not going to take it. I mean, I rely on these people. I'm going to be under their knife, but I'm just saying, I want that. If we can find one of those, does it have membranes between its limbs to like glide along as I fly?
It does not, but it does have 6 legs.
Yeah, I still want one.
All right. But essentially, like, it's just a fundamental misunderstanding of both hospitality and food. The creature disappears around the corner, and you see the 2 spheroid things carrying spears are just parked in front of the door. They're huge single eyes watching everything you guys do all around the room as you like sort of wait awkwardly. There are chairs, in that there are a number of polished metal perches around. There are like little alcoves with nothing inside of them.
Jeb will try to do his best to engage the guards in meaningless, pointless conversation that we don't need to role play, but just put that in, you know.
They are enwrapped by your conversation. You probably are the smartest man they've talked to today. They are not bright.
Awesome.
And they seem pretty task oriented. A short time later, let's call it 6 minutes. The triangular creature comes back and says, "Well, I have a proposal for you if you would be interested." He seems to have sort of a bell jar that's giving off a strange arcane energy. We have a single stasis unit left in the facility, and it would be definitely interesting to study this magical disappearing heart. Definitely. And so we are willing to give you what you need for a large price reduction, if you would be willing to give it up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I mean, it's hard for us to lose something like this, but with the price being right, we might can work out a good deal.
Very well. He thinks for a moment and says, "I have been authorized to." Quote, all three of his arm limbs come up, and he goes, "Haggle," making air quotes. If that is what you mortals find acceptable.
Yeah, we mortals love haggling.
I take it I can use diplomacy for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see what he gets.
29.
29. All right. You talk to the Tridrone, and he seems to be he seems to let slip, and it's not really hard once you get the gist of what he's talking about, that they really want this heart. So you're able to leverage that into, he says, "I'm willing to add an upgrade to your companion in addition to the heart for a mere 20,000 gold pieces."
Oh.
I get 8. To be specific, I have 8,738. Can you do it without the upgrade?
2,000. I'll give you 2.
I'll throw in 2 gold because that is exactly what I have left.
No, I said that's the counter offer is 2,000. He says 20,000. We say 2.
Oh.
All right. Well, then, if you're doing counter offers, go ahead and make another diplomacy check, there.
All right. Let's see. Oh, that's good. 19 plus 16, 35.
35. Okay. Zarius turns on fast-talking goblin mode and just baffles this Tridrone with bullshit. Eventually, the Tridrone says, "Literally the lowest I can go without violating our charter is 10,000 gold pieces. For that, you'll get the heart and a suite of a choice of upgrade options."
And my kids are go hungry tonight. Oh no.
The upgrade options, he unscrolls on a scroll and slops down in front of Jed.
I mean, what if we do it without the upgrade? Just the heart. Just a living, surviving.
Oh, well then, I suppose we could let it go for 2,000.
There you go.
Oh, very well. He rolls up the scroll, and you see some tantalizing things in there, like retractable claws, full mechanical wing replacement.
I mean, they're sweet, but if I can't afford them, I can't afford them. And I'm not going to ask my companions to come off of 1,300 gold just so I have some cool new shiny wings or,
13,000 gold.
Well, I'm at 8,000 right now.
And he wanted 20, right?
Well, he's down to 10.
Oh, down to 10.
He was down to 10. So all I would need is 1,300.
Oh.
But that's still...
I'll give you the other 1,300.
Oh.
Now you just take out your share of the sale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
What are they besides the wings and the claws?
The wings, the claws. There is he tells you there is a spinal graft that will increase both your speed and agility.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And of course there is the ever popular. He points to a diagram, third eye, which you see looks to be a large Modron eye grafted on the back of your head.
Huh. I mean, I don't think that fits my aesthetics. I'll go with the spine. The spine sounds terrific.
Wonderful. Well then, what does your stopwatch say, sir?
Ignore that.
3:15.
Darius, he's got about 4 minutes left.
4 minutes to look as we knock him out, hand him over.
Ah, very well.
Actually, he does not need anything, no aesthetic anesthesia.
Wonderful.
You can just do all this hardcore.
If you don't mind.
I really appreciate the medical jargon there.
Let's just do it hardcore.
Just put hardcore. Do that hardcore surgery.
The Tridrone looms above you, Jeb. I know you're medium sized now, but the creature is incredibly tall. One of its arms like floats down in front of your heart and cinders itself over your chest. It says, "Are you prepared for surgery?"
Yeah. Let's not do this before I die.
All right. You feel a biting pain, a horrible pain, a wrenching pain. And the next thing you know, as you're blacking out, you see the Tridrone holding your still beating black heart in its hand, moving towards the bell jar as you fall over on the ground, almost stone dead. The rest of you watched this horror show pretty passively. You've seen this kind of thing before in your various wicked careers. But there's a lot of blood splashed around, and you see once he puts the heart in the bell jar and you see it sealed magically, a lot of sigils and arcane symbols briefly appear on the bell jar. The heart floats in the middle and keeps pumping. And you can see, even despite that his heart is ripped out, after the heart went into the bell jar, Jeb is still drawing breath, though unconscious. The Tridrone picks him up and the heart and says, "Well, this will take a few hours, folks."
Have fun.
Before all this went down, when Xerius was like, "I'll give you the money," a single tear tracked down Jeb's eyes, and he looked up to his friend.
"Friends for eternity,
And
honesty."
Jeb is just yes, yeah. So actually, the only amount that I would need is 1,262.
Okay.
I give you exact change.
I figured. That's why I wanted to make it precise.
Yeah, one of the square rogue Modrons comes in there and settles up with you as the surgery is going on. But that gives you guys, he tells you it's going to probably take about two hours of the surgery and perhaps a little longer for recovery if everything goes well.
And I look at our guide and go, "Hey, well, is there any place around here that we can kind of chill out, go explore, do some other stuff maybe?"
Kilgore is gnawing a raw potato. He's like, "You don't like the nosh? All right, fine. Let's go check some other stuff out." So he takes you on a brief tour, a walking tour of the city, showing off the districts as you go. But he's always mindful of the time. He's like, "There's no way we're going to get to it all, but I can get you some of the nearby stuff."
Well, since we have him, do y'all want to go ahead and try to see about getting the flask?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Where can we sell rare goods?
Ooh, like how rare are we talking?
Pretty rare-ish.
Like you don't know how much rare, or you got?
No, we know how much rare.
Ah, okay.
It's rare. No, you're not gonna be able to pull a fast one on this kind of trip. No, we know pretty much what it's worth, and it's worth a good bit. Hence why we're here.
Very well. He thinks for a moment and says, "Well, if you don't mind hitting the stalls, there's always the night market." But he thinks for a moment and says, "But if you're looking for like more boutique experience."
Let's put it like this. Someplace where I don't have to slaughter half the population because someone tried to screw me over.
Ah, right. Okay. Then you'll probably want one of our premier item movers. But be warned, if it's not something that's, worth it, you might be in a little trouble. And I might be in a little trouble, so please tell me it's worth it.
Is she? The chance that someone can provide a wish is not worth it?
Oh. Very well. Yeah. Let me go do some contacts. I'm gonna drop you back off at the clinic and I'll pick you up in an hour.
Beware. You know what I've said before.
No.
And
You're gonna get all your gold's worth out of me.
And I will throw in a bonus, depending on how the day goes.
Wonderful. He disappears into the street after dropping off, and it's after your tour. It's been a while. You find yourself in the waiting room. It looks like one of the spheroid Modrons has mopped up most of the blood left behind by Jeb. And eventually the Tridrone comes out. You see that he's covered in like sort of a leather butcher's apron. He's got a lot of blood spatter on him still.
It's Leatherface.
He says, good news. The operation was a perfect success.
Good news, everyone.
Well, excellent.
I've got terrible news.
Your companion should be ready to go quite soon.
That is terrible news.
It's terrible.
Can you keep him for a little bit longer?
Well, we've got a waiting list. And we just sort of squeezed you into the last minute. I don't really think we should.
No, we appreciate
Also,
what you've done.
his
Thank
HMO
you.
called, and they're not going to cover some of these.
Oh yeah, trust me, his insurance policy is expired.
That's why we paid out of pocket.
He says, it was wonderful doing business with you. May your friend
Same.
live in good health.
Well, he better for that much money.
Speaking of good health, what's that spine get me?
The spine gets you. The spine will get you an inherent +2 bonus to dexterity.
Holy shit.
And
Wow.
a +10 bonus to movement speed.
So apparently, Hero Lab doesn't go over 25.
Yeah, Will.
I'll just have to reconfigure my hero to be pick your score, right?
No. You
Mm-mm.
can just add the untyped adjustment in your
Right.
Yeah.
Just go to the gear and use one of the like manuals.
Or you can go to the adjust tab.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I'll just give myself a +2 ability score boost.
Is this an untyped bonus he's getting from that?
Inherent.
Inherent.
Yeah, it basically like inherent means like for the purposes of game, like the books that give you like ability score permanent
Mm-hmm.
boost, that is an inherent bonus. So if you've already gotten an inherent bonus of +2, you couldn't use this again, but it wouldn't matter. You can only count them progressively. You follow?
Yeah, the higher one counts.
Yeah, the higher one always counts.
Hmm.
But I don't think Jeb's
Oh.
got an inherent bonus to Dex.
No. No. This is incredible. Jeb has got godlike dexterity now.
Well, then you should not be getting hit anymore.
Yeah, stop getting hit.
I may have to save up some money and get some better armor because my max dexterity is only 4. Let me
in
see
the
what
armor
happens with my
Yes.
yeah.
You're probably better off not wearing armor at all.
Not quite. It still adds a little bit.
Sorry.
But my touch is almost the same as my AC now.
Word. All right.
Okay.
But Jeb emerges from the back, bleary. He's got like a little paper gown on. His gear is in a bag next to him. You've got a number of stitches all over your chest and spine, and they don't hurt so much. And you can see that they're already starting to fade. Like it's you were sewn up and then healed, and now the stitches are already like rejecting themselves from your body. However, they did leave nice stitch scars, which I believe is the point. The Modrons hand you like a coin and say, if you have any trouble with the equipment, please do not hesitate to get a hold of us.
Yes, yeah.
Is that a
Thank you.
warranty? Is that our warranty?
Yes. He leans down over the coin and flips it over, says, 500 years guaranteed work.
Excellent.
Well, thank you so much for this. You literally, quite literally, saved my life.
Good.
It is to me.
Okay, we go out. We'll head out.
All right. As you step out into the streets, you can see your tout bustling towards you. He says, "Oh, thank goodness, got back a little early. I got someone on the line that's real interested."
Okay. I immediately sense motive.
Okay.
I'm sure he does, but okay, 14 plus 12, 26.
He seems to be omitting a word from this sentence.
And I look at him and like give the continue motion.
Someone,
you're missing something here. Continue.
someone kind of dangerous.
Well,
Did you not hear the words that came from my mouth?
I mean,
Dangerous
what kind of
in what
dangerous to you?
way?
Dangerous in general, but specifically, she's very influential. She might ruin you if you offend her.
Oh, are we talking about the lady?
No. Ooh, no.
Okay, God. Okay.
He looks around like terrified. No.
Just checking. Next.
You should see what she does to street vendors when they get in her face.
Continue.
She says, but if the item that you are saying you have is as valuable as you say and does what you say, she's interested. But like I said, very powerful, got a lot of resources, got a lot of money.
So let me ask you this. From your knowledge of her, how often in the past has someone dealt with her and the deal came out clean?
It's a square deal. I don't think she's going to mess with you. But honestly, he leans and says that whether or not it's a square deal depends on, you and the goods.
All right. Can you tell me what her morality leanings might be? I'm assuming not towards the heavenly lights.
Oh, no. She's not interested in that at all. And she's not even really interested in the whole, law chaos thing.
Okay.
What she wants, he leans forward, is money
Okay.
and power.
Okay. I look at my companions like, what do y'all think? Should we go?
He's like, I can say the name, but if you say the name, that brings
No, let's don't say the name.
Candyman.
Very well. Kilgore begins leading you guys further and further away from the sunnier, the more business oriented, the more light and life kind parts of the city, and you find yourself heading more into the darker areas, the kind of place where you were on the edge of that sort of zone when you showed up, but now he's leading you way into the nice part of the bad.
The mob boss's house.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
the Park Circle of Charleston area.
Yes. You find yourself on streets with high walls. They're all covered, and now that you can see, like, now that you've been in this part of the city for a while, you've noticed that there's a lot of like strange grayish black vines everywhere on all the buildings. It seems to grow endemically around here, and they're full of thorns. And it looks like some people cultivate it as like both like a low grade protection around their household, but it also looks like a lot of people just use it for like firewood, like because it just grows so.
Knowledge of it having any kind of special properties.
Give me a planes check.
Assist.
I'll do my own. That's 39.
Yes, I will assist the lady instead.
So
Oh.
41, 43 if I'm taking his assist also.
Then you recognize that lady is Razorvine. Basically, it's an invasive weed from the lower plains. It's like evil kudzu. It's horrible. It's dry. It's sharp. It's a pain in the ass to deal with, but it burns.
Evil kudzu is redundant.
Mhm.
It's not just thorns. Even the leaves are serrated. The little heart-shaped leaves can cut you wide open too.
Is there a way to take a clipping of that and like?
Oh, sure. You can grab
she
some.
wants to cultivate it.
Yes, yes, I do.
It would be
would-
nice to have on the flying castle
Do
grounds.
you have let's see.
I have horticulture. No, I don't have that. No.
Then give me
Knowledge nature.
another knowledge plane to do it to try and figure out.
I mean, I have nature planes. What you want?
nature.
fool?
Nature would be better.
Okay, then. That is exactly the same. 39.
All right, you can come up to some of it and like you can grab a little bit of soil, and like maybe a bit of leather or cloth you have, and snip some off near some of the root, and just like preserve it in the cloth, like tie it up real tight and put it on your person. And this stuff takes hardly anything to take hold. It grows fast, and it is just the worst to get rid of.
Save that for my private collection.
Right.
I could just see the lady now walking around with a potted plant of it and just seeing somebody in a really nice house and just throws it through their window.
Well, I was thinking seeds. I was just thinking her going around seeding the whole plane.
Oh, that's
was
even
like that.
worse.
That would be hilarious. That's the kind of thing that she would absolutely do.
You'll probably have some seeds pretty quickly if you cultivate it.
You see a really nice like field of crops and you just Johnny Appleseed some of that shit out there.
Hmm?
All right.
While saying, your mother, your mother, your mother.
The mother's a hooah.
Ooh-ah.
Your
Hooah.
mom's
My Bellini.
Then we got horticulture out of the way.
Yeah. Got a little plant graft. Let's go talk to this lady because Jeb needs some new armor.
That was a really deep cut from Welcome to Collinwood, by the way. So,
I don't even know what that is.
Nor do
weird?
I.
Isn't that where Dark Shadows takes place?
no, it's a little indie film with decently like B-level actors, I guess. But there's one scene in it that keeps popping up where this guy keeps showing up. Somebody stole his Bellini, which was his like idea to rob this place. And he calls everybody, your mother's a whore. He shows up like 10 times in the film screaming that at people. They stole my Bellini. Your mother's a whore. You should watch Welcome to Collinwood. It's just delightful.
Okay.
It's like fumbling thieves trying to rob a bank. It's good.
Mhm.
All right. Like I said, eventually you guys find yourself once on the edge of the lower ward and the hive. Here you find a smattering of well-built and well-guarded buildings. It's like a strange like little break from the squalor of the hive and the smoky awfulness of the lower ward. The high walls covered in razor vine, and you can see that there's a lot of like sharp-eyed soldiers and other creatures patrolling the streets. Like the gates of these buildings are not opened for just anyone. But your tout seems to be strolling boldly down the street, regardless of all the tough, sinister-looking bodyguards going on. He comes to what appears to be to you, from your vantage point, the largest building in the area. The huge slate stone walls loom above you about 15 feet. And at the narrow iron gates, he says, we have an appointment. A strange creature that looks like it's sort of has a sort of an insectoid kind of head. It's wearing robes and it's got a sword. Leans forward and says, "Your name?" "Kilgore. We talked earlier." "I was not here earlier." God, these guys all look the same. "No. We're here though. We're here. My people are here. They got the thing to sell." He pulls out a scrap of paper and begins investigating it. Says, "I see. Yes. This way." The gates open, and your tout walks in, ushering you forward. Here you see, in the gloom and horror of this area, a pretty well-maintained garden on the inside of the wall. There's a lot of glowing lights that are basically that look to be nourishing a lot of green plants, flowers, some less awful kind of creeping ivy. There's you see little hummingbirds and butterflies. You see a couple of sprite gardeners with they look like they have shackles around their feet as they go and maintain and cut the dead vines off and put them in little bags. And the building on the inside looks way different than it does on the outside. It's white. It's got marble columns. It's got a sort of gold facings. It's not garish, but it is certainly ostentatious.
How much of this is an illusion? I try to disbelieve.
Go ahead with the will save, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 17, so a 30.
All right. You interact with it. There's rose bushes by the walkway, and as you touch one, you're just about to touch one of the roses, and you see that it is indeed an illusion. The rose is black. There are thorns that just drip like some sort of venom underneath it. Like this place, once you peer through the strange, I guess, public-facing facade, looks to be some sort of lower planner horror show garden.
Oh, it's lovely.
I will mention something to my companions. So today, I would not touch the greenery here because it's not necessarily green.
And also, it's just rude to touch somebody else's plants.
A pair of well-appointed guards open the door, polished bronze doors, and say, "Her lady will see you now." Your tout walks in. The building is well appointed. The stuff in here seems pretty real, pretty authentic. Lots of expensive paintings, wall hangings, but they're not of these aren't nature scenes.
Right.
They look to be locations around the plains and things like that, or portraits. And finally, you pass a room which has an enormous hearth and a huge portrait of it, of a woman sitting in beautiful robes, dripping with jewelry, and she has a coyote's head.
Knowledge, any kind of knowledge that we might have that would tell us who this person is without actually speaking her name?
Sure. Go ahead and roll it if you have knowledge planes.
All right.
It's only
15.
Only
So I got a
24 this
22.
time.
For primes here for the first time, I'm gonna say that's not enough.
Primes.
All right.
But you're escorted into an audience chamber where you see the same woman sitting in a large chair, but not like at a throne, at a desk. She picks her head up and says, Mr. Kilgore, your friends, are these the people interested in making this sale? He nods respectfully and steps back, ushering you guys forward.
And just FYI, I will be following all the known business protocols that I know of with dealing with people that are rich and powerful.
The female stands before you. You can make a knowledge planes check to see what she is, though, if you like.
Jeb
29.
is
29. She is. Most people are pretty well aware of the two kinds of fiends that most people know of, like devils and demons. But there is a third kind of fiend. Fiends that do not care about law or chaos. They're only basically mercenaries in the Great Blood War for the most part. Yugoloths. She is an Arcanoloth. She, which are basically, in most instances, serve as like arcane backup and like chasers of knowledge and things like that. It looks like this one in particular has taken her natural proclivities to the logical extreme and come to the place where all information eventually flows. Sigil. She says, your tout looks over you and says, Shemeshkia the Marauder, these are my customers here. They claim to have something that would interest you. Shemeshkia looks at you and says, please introduce yourself and tell me what you've brought me.
And I will introduce myself, and I will look at the others and let them introduce themselves.
wincing. Jeb gives a low bow and just says, my name is Jeb. He's been very uncharacteristically quiet, more so. And, it's probably because he just got done with spine surgery.
Okay, did you put
And your
clothes
heart
back?
was removed.
Yeah, my heart was removed. And there's probably a bit of a disconnect between him and this friend that he's had keeping him alive for so long. So he's a bit out of sorts.
Oh.
She nods as you all introduce yourself, or if you do, does everybody like pipe up or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
All right.
mean, mhm.
Okay. She looks you over and says, "You have a lot of powerful objects upon you. Which one are you selling?"
The one called Jeb.
Well, and we mentioned I'll mention the flask.
Ah, well, there's a rarity. And certainly something that people would be interested in, including the Ifrits in the city of Brass. Do you mind if I hold it?
As long as we agree you will not do anything with it above the
course.
board. Excellent.
All above board here. Wonderful.
And then we'll hand it over for her to observe.
She takes it from you and like looks it over back and forth. She looks at like some of the markings on it. She smells it.
And by the way, Terrence, I know evil. We are evil. I do not trust her. But then again, I will be very respectful of her, and I will be perceiving every little move that she does.
Okay. She plunks it down on the desk and says, "You certainly have a rare find here. That's definitely true. And old. These are generally manufactured as punishment, or sometimes as a way to travel beyond your allotted time or escape from something. The creature in here is definitely someone important, and that is a mark in your favor, but forgotten. So that is definitely a mark out of your favor. However, the object itself naturally is itself quite valuable. I can't. Let's see.
It's a genie in the bottle. You have
Yeah,
to
you-
rub it the right way.
I knew that was coming.
You must stroke it.
No, don't stroke it.
Get the wrong part of the genie coming out first.
She says, I know you're here. I know you're probably here to try and make full price on it, but I'm not sure I can provide that.
All right, well, see you later.
Well, hold on. Not necessarily full price, but maybe the money combined with the items that we might be interested in.
A little bit of trade. Yes, I suppose I can do that. I can offer you full price in trade or partial money to items, money and items, excuse me.
You wouldn't happen to have a +2 griffin mane quilted cloth set of armor, would you? I'll trade you this ring that turns into a set of armor.
I have to consult my ledgers. She thinks for a moment, says 90,000 plus 55,000 in trade.
Let's do some bartering here, madam.
Oh, no. That's the offer. You came to me, remember? And if you want my offer, that is what you will get. We do not barter.
What's the equivalent?
That is the equivalent of full price, but
okay. Oh, well then, I'll look at the companions, and do y'all agree?
That works for me.
Slight nod from the lady.
Wonderful. She says, let me do a little note taking here. Very well, and I will. She rings a little bell on her desk, and a few small flying creatures begin to fly out with a bigger ledger, and a few other ones fly in and fly off with the ledger she has, and she begins making notes in that too. And she's like, oh, lady outside, Zaria's. All right. Very
Jeb
well.
ankle shank.
Ankle shank. I don't think I've heard of that tribe, and I've heard of many.
It's an old goblin name.
I know. I'm aware. You're She leans forward and says, your origin is nakedly apparent.
If you wanted to have drinks sometime, I could give you the whole story.
Oh God. I give him a glaring look.
She says, oh, I'm quite busy, but thank you for the offer, young man.
Gotta make some time for this goblin dick.
I expect that you are busy, but you never can put a price tag on friendship.
Oh,
Incorrect. She picks up a different bell and rings it, and you see another fellow come out with a huge trunk on his back, just chained to him, like chained and bolted to his clavicles.
That's just smart right there.
He squats down and she begins rooting through the trunk and begins counting out some platinum bars. Clunk, 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 clunk. And pushes them forward and waves you guys forward, or assuming one of you is going to come forward.
Well,
I'll do it.
Who's got the bag?
I don't know. I thought it was you.
The bag of holding. Okay, go forward. And I will, my lady, I know this is something you really were interested in. If we were to come across some, say, adamantite and the other metal that we came across at the tower.
Well, I'm pretty flush on that sort of thing.
Okay. Just wondering. Okay. Continue.
She leans back in her chair and begins writing a note out. And she pulls out a stamper and plops it on the note and slides it over to you. Here you are. Any shop in the city, 55,000 gold, anything you like. My mark is good anywhere in city.
I'm sure it is. We appreciate you for your time, and we shall be leaving now.
If you find anything else of interest, do not hesitate to return.
Make sure that if we do bring something to you, matches your exquisite taste and needs.
She turns her specific attention to the lady outside and says, "You've got something I'm interested in, if you're willing to sell."
It is unlikely, however. What is it that you're interested in?
There's a powerful aura coming from the inside of your bag, and it seems to link directly to you on a thaumaturgical level.
Out of character? You talking about my cloudy?
Yes, I am.
Then I reply, unfortunately, I have already named this object. Therefore, I am very unwilling to part with it.
She nods and says, "Well, we'll see about that in the future, but remember, if you find anything as tantalizing or more, I'm always interested. Now, if you excuse me, I have a lot of clients to see today."
Noted and excused.
By your leave.
Shep goes, here's a coupon book. It has shoulder rubs, foot massages, breakfast in bed cards.
That's what my
Butterfly kisses.
Bathroom cleaning. This is a good one. You want to hold on to that one?
That's from my really good friends. We just met.
Well, the butterfly kisses.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are escorted in a hurry outside of the compound. Shortly thereafter, your tout is also escorted out, and you can see that he seems pretty satisfied with himself. It says, you're guessing that he might have gotten a small bonus from them as well.
And I'll wink at him. I say, you're a little percentage cut, huh? Excellent.
Well, I mean, it's hard to make it on 10 gold a day here. You gotta get it where you can, my friend.
I get
Well,
it.
that's why. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm happy that this all worked out for everybody involved.
Well, young man, may I say, we are in need of a good place to stay, and I will take 100 gold out and tip it to him, and we will be in need of your services after we take a break.
Oh yeah, wonderful. I'll see you on the morrow, but we won't be staying here in this dog shit part of town. Follow me.
Now,
Thank you very much.
As we're walking, now that you've done us this service, I feel that we should ask you what your name is. Now that you've proven yourself.
Kilgore.
Kilgore.
No.
Kilgore.
Your family name.
Kilgore.
Oh, that's it, huh? Just that. All right.
Mhm.
First name Kill, last name Gore. Kilgore.
Why are you so concerned with names?
I just completely forgot that you told us your name. So I was trying to play it off. All right. If we see an armor shop, I would like to pop in there and see if they will, if there's a different price for this +1 chain shirt that also is a ring.
Okay. All right. We'll discuss that in a bit.
I was figuring that the young man would take us around to the best shops.
Yeah. You guys take to the Market Ward and the Guildhall District. There's a lot of places you can spend your coupons essentially, and it certainly gets you looks whenever you present it to someone. But everyone knows the symbol here in the city, and everyone does not ask questions. So, like I said, you guys have 90,000 in actual cash and 55,000 in the credit.
Well, I would
Shemesh.
suggest we go ahead and split our haul.
Agreed.
36,250 for each person.
36,250.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 36,250 minus the 12,62. So I get 23,63, and Zarius, you add another 12,62.
I got mine factored in. I asked him. Now, wait. Let me ask the guys real quick. Is there anybody looking to build any kind of weapons? that you want to use, that special hell metal we found, or adamantite before we start selling some of this?
Yeah.
Actually, hang on 1 second. How much did it come out to be?
36,250. It's 145,000 each. It was 145,000 total, right? 90 plus 55. Yeah.
Yeah, 145.
Yeah. So 36,250.
Okay, I was confused because I forgot a zero.
Yeah, I thought your second number sounded way low.
Yeah, so did I. 34,988. That makes more sense. All right, now that that's out of the way.
Yeah, just remember that we have a lot of adamantite and a lot of that. You said, I can't remember what that hell metal was.
Victorian green steel.
Green steel.
What is that?
So,
what is that?
I think it gives it like a +1 to hit. Because which one does the if you make it masterwork?
Let's see. Victorian green steel. Hold on, let me get the actual. There you go. Any slashing or piercing weapon created with the steel as a natural enhancement bonus of +1 to damage.
Okay.
Basically, like if you make a masterwork
It'll
weapon
be
with it,
+1.
it'll do +1 damage as well as +1 to attack.
Yeah, I'm just saying it'll act like a +1 weapon, but non-magical.
Yeah. Yeah. It in the non-magical areas, it will always have +1 damage and attack. But let's see. You guys are set up in a nice place to stay overnight. And your tout guides you to the best shops. If you're here to have something commissioned, it can be done. So if you want something specially constructed, this is the place for it. The Guildhall District can make anything.
Yeah, +2 Griffin Mane quilted cloth armor.
All right.
And it looks like a pinstripe suit.
Okay.
I finally got my 3-piece suit.
Yep. You can get it. It is available to you here, as long as you're willing to wait for the order to finish.
I mean, we're not in a hurry, right? We can kind of take our time in this city. Now that my heart is no longer going to disappear from my chest and leave me dead on the ground.
Correct.
All right.
So yeah, what is the price of this Griffin nipple claw stripe thing?
It is $45.50.
$45.50. So that is what is that? It's 20 days. So you guys may as well rent an apartment.
Or at least an extended stay hotel.
Yeah.
Extended stay.
All right, so let's wrap up there with you guys having an extended stay in Sigil to get geared up and sell. So if you need to sell any extra stuff, if you need to move extra stuff, you need to re-equip, this is the place to do it. This is the time to do it. This is the time to kit yourself out. El Primo.
Or to get myself back where I was before you took all my shit away.
Cry.
I haven't let that go in 6 months.
Oh God, I still smell like a monkey house.
Why?
I was outside moving furniture and like a whole weightlifting apparatus and a fucking huge ass smoker. So glad we got that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you got back in time to do this. You were like, oh yeah, we just loaded it. It's 11. I'm like,
yeah, I was counting on this not gaming.
No, I was trying to get back.
I just changed out of my house coat.
You got a smoker though? Like what kind of smoker?
It's a propane one. So it can like the size of it. Like Sarah says, it could like smoke like fucking 6 or 8 butts at a time. It's
Gross.
big.
Well, be careful. propane is a mysterious mistress.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, better that than one of those pellet things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very excited to try it out. I think we're gonna try it. Leanne said she wanted to try wings with it tomorrow, so okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys had won the lottery.
Yeah,
Wings,
no.
huh?
Wings?
Yeah.
What are you gonna like fill up your gas tank too?
No.
We're living big.
I don't know. Like, if there's even any wings available, shit. Like, it's fucking.
Yeah, you might as well pay off your student loan debts if you're gonna buy wings.
I don't know. They're creeping up the prices to all the other chicken cuts to match. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw a pack of like legs for $8 the other day. I'm like, come on.
How much per pound, though? That's where you got to look.
Yeah, they don't want to show that.
Because the per pound, well, they have to. The per
Well,
pound,
no, but
the wings and something, the breasts were like the same. They were like almost $5 a pound, but the legs were still
Like a
still
buck-
cheap. Yeah,
like a buck 89.
Yeah, $1.89 or something like that. Yeah.
2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast at Winn-Dixie here in Jacksonville is $25.
What?
Son of a bitch.
Wait, what?
That's a
How
lot of
much?
money.
2.5 pounds?
$5.
For how many pounds?
2.5.
Jesus.
It's like $10 a gallon, a pound.
it's $1 an ounce.
Yeah,
You might as
or an
well,
ounce.
you might as well raise your own chickens at this point.
I mean, apparently you go to fucking what's that place, Tractor Supply, and they're
They're just giving chicks away.
mm-hmm.
Oh, well, fuck it. Maybe I will. If Leanne didn't have so many goddamn dogs around here, I probably would have like some sort of chickens or goats or something.
Get you a good coop.
That won't. It won't help.
I was gonna say then we'll just have
Yeah,
to listen to
chickens
him
will
bitch about
roam.
how
How the
he
dogs
got
got
out
in
of
the
his
coop.
coop. Mm-hmm.
We got a
I love
rooster that
chicken
comes to our yard every morning.
Oh, that's delightful. Oh, yeah.
So that's what you need, Terrence, is a rooster that can fight a dog. That's they're out there. I've
Yeah.
seen them. Let it just stroll the neighborhood and challenge anybody to try and eat its delicious thigh meat.
Or a peacock. Get you a peacock. They're fucking vicious.
And oily.
Yeah, but who'd want to eat a peacock?
No, not for eating, to protect your birds.
That's why I want the birds to eat them.
But you can eventually eat the peacock. That's how you retire it from service.
Get it some spurs to hook on its back legs. Its only legs.
It's that old Jim Gaffigan where he's talking about I want a pet pig. That way when it dies, be like sad, but go, we got breakfast covered at least.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss. Can I have some more bacon?
Well, thank you for
Tiefling.
watching Raiders of the Lark.
Oh yeah. I'm
Nobody
sorry.
watched this.
I cut off
Nobody
Mahogany
watched
when
it.
she was about to ask a question.
No, I was just saying tiefling. It's a German word, so it's tiefling.
I always call it tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
Tiefling.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
That's when you call it a tiefling who's like always cheating on her man. She's a tiefling.
A trifling tiefling.
She's trifling.
Trifling bitch.
Mm.
Trifling.
My first thought went to that's a tiefling TIE fighter pilot.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they get the helmets on over it.
Well, you just got to custom jobs,
It's hard to make those vacuum proof though.
Vacuum proof. I've seen TIE fighter pilots. Oh wait, TIE fighter pilots. I was thinking of X-wings for some reason.
Okay, bye.
Oh god. I guess we're
Yes.
done.
Thanks for
We're done for
listening to
tonight.
Raiders of the Lark. If you like this, tune in to or check out our homebrewdetritus.com. That's our website where you can find this and more of our other products that we create. Cartoons, podcasts, commercials.
Despair.
I don't know how far I can stretch this out before Toker stops recording.
I was